I'm going to tell you a little story about a guy named Willy Cotton. Now, people that lived in Rockport in the 50s and the 60s and 70s probably remember Willy Cotton. He was always around. Everybody knew him. Nice, friendly guy. And he showed me and taught me something that has really been something that's helped me all my life. I'm going to show you that same thing. I hope it will help you, and I hope it will help your parents, because a lot of people don't know this. When I was a high school kid, I wanted some extra money one year, to probably gas money or something, and I heard that the town needed people to shovel. In those days, they didn't have those nice machines now, the snowblower things that'll plow off the sidewalks and all that. So they had the shovel, and they had a crew that did the shoveling. So I went over and I applied for the job, and I got an okay, and the guy says, you can come in tomorrow morning and see Willy Cotton. He'll show you how to shovel snow. Well, as a kid, you know, you always know everything, but I said, how can someone teach you how to shovel snow? I've been shoveling snow in my own dad's driveway for a long time. But anyway, I showed up the next morning, and we had a lot to shovel. And little Willy was about this tall, and he was a little round guy. And he's about 80 years old, a nice old guy. And so Willy's standing there, and he says, go ahead, let's get shoveling. So I started to shovel away, and Willy just stood there and watched me, and I was a little nervous about, you know, what he was thinking about. And I'll show you how I was shoveling, okay? Now, quite often, when you're shoveling, you have to take it from one pot because you can't just dump it in the middle somewhere. So for instance, over here, this is what I was doing. I wanted to put it over here. And I'd go back and do the same thing again. And Willy started looking at me, standing. Finally, he says, what are they paying you for? And I said, shoveling snow. What do you mean? And Willy says, well, they must be paying you a whole lot more than they're paying me. Well, at that point, I was a little worried, because in those days, if someone said you're a worker, that was a good thing. That was a compliment. It meant you did something right, you were enthusiastic about it, and you had a good outcome. Well, I was worried that Willy was thinking I wasn't working hard enough or so forth. Well, pretty soon, I didn't say any more, and he kept looking at me, so I got another shovel and did the same thing. He says again, they got to be paying you more money than they're paying me. And I said, what do you mean, Willy? He says, well, they're paying me to shovel. They're paying you to break your back. And I said, what? He said, watch, I'll show you how to shovel. Willy comes over, gets a big shovel full of snow, like so, and then he does this. And then he flipped it over there. He says, never pick up snow. Snow is heavy, and that's where you hurt your back. Just get it on your shovel, wherever you're going to get it on your shovel, however much you want, and drag it. You can drag it all the way across the driveway if you want. And it's very easy. It slides along just like a sled. If you want to put it over here, come over here, and when you get ready to get rid of it, just pick it up once. Don't pick it up and carry it all the way. Now, Willy Cotton was a nice old guy, and on some of our Going Places shows, I'll probably tell you some more things about Willy Cotton. He was the guy that, he always said he didn't have much book learning, and he'd never be famous because he didn't know enough to be famous. But maybe this will give Willy a little 5 minutes of fame. But he was a nice old guy, and he certainly helped me in shoveling snow. I hope this little demonstration helps you. Remember, never pick up snow until you get ready to empty the shovel.